Hello, beautiful friends. It's Jack Cox, author of, I've got it upside down, Love Not Fear. It's going to be a bit of a difficult one today, so please just bear with me, okay? I want to talk to you about something that I'm struggling with myself, and I've been struggling with for many years. I'm not a guru. Yes, I want social media followers, but I just wish social media didn't call them followers. I wish the language wasn't so hierarchical. You try to say that when you're sober. Why can't they just be called collaborators or colleagues or something? I don't know. Anyway, I'm very much work in progress, folks. If you can learn a little bit of something from me, that's great. And hopefully I can learn a little bit of something from you. But forget the hierarchy. I'm not interested in hierarchy. I'm not your guru. But I've been working probably for 35 years now with this idea that we don't all live in the same world. And that's going to sound really strange to most of you. And if this resonates with you, then please watch on. And if it doesn't, then feel free to surf on and jog on. I won't be offended, okay? But if we create our reality with our thoughts and our emotions and our beliefs, as many people believe and as I believe, and as the Buddha believed and taught, and many other great teachers throughout history, including Jesus, he taught the same sort of stuff if you look at what he said. And if we all believe different things, have different, if the content of our psyches are different, then the world we manifest for ourselves will be different, won't it? So we don't all live in the same world. We live in 7.5 billion different worlds. And there are similarities. The more we watch television, the news, read papers, watch Facebook, YouTube, whatever it is we do, talk to our friends, the more the content of our psyche comes together. And so our worlds become very, very similar, and we're able to have this illusion that we're all living in the same world. But the idea basically is that there is no out there. It's all in here. But it's not in there at all. That's all part of the illusion too. Watch the video I made a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, about the Matrix. It'll give you a more rounded idea of what I'm talking about. So if the world that we live in, if the world I live in, the world you live in is different from the world I live in. Let's talk about you. The world you live in, which is not the same as the world I'm living in, or that Ethel on the counter is living in. If your world contains elements that you don't like, it's a reflection of something that's in your psyche, in your own mind. If it wasn't there, you couldn't even recognize it. Life, I think life, as I've said many times before, is become a bit of a trekkie, I was in the day. It's a bit like the holodeck in Star Trek New Generation. Or in the first series with Captain Kirk and all that lot, William Shatner, they went to a planet, and they didn't realise, they just went down for a bit of a holiday down there, and they didn't realise that it was deliberately set up as a holiday planet, what the Americans would call a vacation planet. And it was mirroring back all the thoughts it was picking up out of their psyches. And that's so much it was talking about here. It was talking most of the stuff that happened in Star Trek. It wasn't fiction. It was trying to tell us something about our lives here, now. So if all the things we don't like in the world, and I don't want to get this video taken down, so I'm not going to be too specific, but you know the sorts of things I'm talking about. If there are things in the world, your world, that you don't like, then they must be in your psyche. They're reflecting back something that's in your psyche. And instead of rebelling against it and going on marches, and I'm not saying you shouldn't go on marches, I've been on quite a few in my time. You can deal with things on two different levels simultaneously. It's not a problem. But the best way to get rid of something is just to dismiss it from your thinking. And the way to create something is to create it in your psyche first. You must create it in your psyche first. Otherwise it will never manifest in your own personal outside world. Excuse me. This is all just basic law of attraction stuff. Well, maybe not that basic, it's fairly advanced law of attraction stuff. And don't do as I say, don't do as I do as I say, because I'm struggling with this stuff myself. I have been for decades. I'm not your guru. I did devote a whole chapter to this in my Love Not Fear book. That we can create our paradise on earth, but we have to start by creating it inside. And if you look on my Facebook page, or I've got several, I'm not sure which one it's on. It's either on Love Not Fear or it's on the inspirational blog. I've got a link there to a beautiful meditation we can use to build our new earth. Whatever you think about Joe Vitale, and I'm not sure, he promotes this thing from Hawaii that he calls Ho'oponopono. And there may be a certain amount of hype involved in what he's saying, I don't know. But the core of it, I think, is brilliant. The idea that to heal something in the world, you have to heal it inside yourself first. And he talks about this Hawaiian psychiatrist who heals these criminally insane people without even seeing them, talking to them, just by reading their notes and then going inside and healing what it is inside him that those patients are reflecting back. It's a brilliant concept. At its core, take away the hype, it's absolutely a brilliant concept. And he does it with a little mantra, and I'm sure you can do other things, but the one he does, that he teaches, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. You can say those 4 things in any order. And if you're religious, you can be saying it to God, but basically you're saying it to your own higher self, to your own psyche. I've been buggering up your life because of my stuff inside that's reflecting back in these ways, and I'm very sorry for that. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. It's powerful. You do it sincerely and not just as a by rote, then it's powerful. And of course the converse is also true. The more you keep going on about what's wrong, the more you're feeding it energy, and you're reinforcing it in your own world, your own personal world. And it may also exist in your friends' worlds because they share the same ideas as you. But don't make the mistake of thinking you live in the same world. You can cure everything that's wrong in your world, even if the people around you, the people you love, don't cure it in theirs. And this is so hard if you've got loved ones, if your mother or your children are going to go and get themselves, you know what I mean, and you're really worried that it's going to have long-term effects on their health, then, and let's be honest, people have already died following that. And it's so hard to separate it off and say, look, that's their reality, that's their world, that's their illusion, because the world's only an illusion. It's a virtual reality world. It's not concrete, it's not solid. And we can take the virtual reality headset off at any time and see through it. But when it's people you love, it's so hard to do that, you know? And you suffer, you feel pain for them, and you suffer for them. And me saying you don't need to, it's their illusion. It's their game of tennis. You don't have to have it in your reality if you don't want it in your reality. If it's there's empty words to you because you're hurting, and I get that, you know, I do, I get that. I've been there. I am there, you know. It's none of this is easy. It's dead simple, but it's not easy. Yeah. And yeah, the more you tell yourself the bad stuff, Boris Johnson is doing this, Matt Hancock is doing that, Joe Biden is doing this over and over and over again, the more them doing those things becomes a part of your world. Can we remove the fear from our own lives? This is the theme of my book, Love Not Fear. Can we remove the fear from our own lives? Excuse me, from our own lives by just going inside, acknowledging that it exists within us, not out there. Out there's just a reflection. That it exists within us, and say to ourselves, with deep sincerity, I'm sorry that this is within me. So sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Can we try it? Let's try it. Okay, now I really am going to end the video before I end up crying myself. Thank you for watching. Please like and share and stuff. It's important that you like and share my videos. Please do. We need to build audience and get ideas out to more people. Sign up for my newsletter. If you haven't already read my book and you don't want to buy it, then get a free download from my website, lovenotfear.uk. The links all come up on the screen at different points during this video. And they're all down below in the description. We can do this, folks. We can build a better world. We can build 8.5 billion, 7.5 billion better worlds. We really can. Namaste.